And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Middletown High School here in Middletown, Maryland, for the Section 1 final MPSSAA Girls Varsity Softball Championship between the Middletown Knights hosting the Catoctin Cougars. We're coming to you live from the stadium. I want to thank you for tuning in. My name is Michael Betteridge. I'll be doing your play-by-play tonight. And this game is sponsored by Anytime Fitness, Bollinger's Restaurant, Furnace Bar and Grill, Little More Real Estate, Living Word Academy, and Mountain Gate Restaurant. And finally, Roddy Creek Automotive. Thanks for sponsoring today's girls varsity playoff softball game, and it is going to be a very difficult day for softball out here. The wind is blowing strong. It's cold. It's not a good day for softball, trust me, and it has been really challenging. We've had all kinds of technical challenges here getting set up. We're out in the middle of a field sitting next to a water tower. We had to walk a half a mile to get here from the parking, and I'm going to tell you, this has not been a very enjoyable start from a technical standpoint for doing this game. But then again, we're spoiled over at Catoctin High School. It's always easy, great access. So that's just the way it is. We're here, and we'll give you that starting lineup. Of course, the Catoctin Cougars will be leading off at bat here as a visiting team with Allie LaRochelle, Madison Churchill, and Jessica Bryan. And we'll now step aside for a short break and be right back for the opening pitch.
Gardeners are some of the most generous people I know. They love to share their ideas, passion for gardening, and, of course, produce. So when you're overwhelmed with tomatoes, peppers, greens, and zucchini, contact a nearby food pantry or meal program that can get these vegetables to people in need. Hi, I'm Melinda Myers, horticulturist and gardening expert. You may be surprised to discover there are hungry people in all our communities. Many are children and seniors who greatly need the nutrition fresh produce provides. Consider making a difference in their lives by planting a few extra tomatoes, row of greens, or zucchini plants so you have plenty to donate. It's a great way to justify buying more seeds and plants, as well as convincing your family that you need a larger garden. Contact your local food pantry and visit gardeners.com resource page on Share the Harvest for more ways you can share your produce. Check out our website for this and other gardening tips.
Hey, all you sports fans, I want to tell you about an exciting new restaurant, the Furnace Bar and Grill. Located on Catoctin Furnace Road, south of Thurmont, near the zoo. You have got to stop by and check out their food. It is unbelievable. Their hand-tossed pizzas and furnace sandwiches are smoking hot. The Furnace Bar and Grill features flathead barbecue chicken, a furnace dog that puts a whole new meaning in the phrase hot dog, and a crab ball and cheese salad that makes Maryland proud. That's the Furnace Bar and Grill. Non-stop music, sports, TVs, karaoke, and more. The new fun place in Thurmont where everybody is going. Take the whole family.
All right, welcome live to Middletown High School. We are ready, moments away from the opening pitch here. Both teams have just sung the national anthem and run into their dugouts getting their final instructions. Middletown High School, coached by Charlie Toms, 2A West, 17-1. Piedmont champs this year, ranked 9th in the state of Maryland on an 8-game win streak. Only loss of the year to Linganore, 12-2 in mid-April. So they're coming in here hot, and it's going to be a really, really huge challenge. The best team that this Catoctin High School Lady Cougars have seen all year. But the Cougars are riding high off a close, slim victory, 1-0, and a strong, hard victory against Walkersville just several days ago. Coached by Jessica Valentine, and 15-3 overall. Their record ranked 27th in the state of Maryland. They were they're first in their Antietam division in the MVAL as well. And Courtney Topper had 7 RBIs last Thursday with a grand slam home run. But Katie Sugars, the star, last week as she came up to bat in the 6th inning and hit a game-winning RBI single to first base to score Jessica Bryan from second base. So victorious. Of course, Boonesboro had absolutely got devastated here by Middletown. Boonesboro came in here to Middletown last week, and Middletown took easy care of Boonesboro, and they beat them 11-3. Now, the team that wins this game will face either Liberty or Century. Their opening pitch just moments away from right now, too. And here we go. One of the best pitchers, I would say arguably the best pitcher in Frederick County, is on the mound right now in Sammy Main from Middletown. And that brings little Allie Rochelle to bat. Allie batting right-handed, steps into the batter's box, and we're ready. Here is the wind-up and opening delivery. Swing, chop to the shortstop. She backhands it. Throw to first is high, and there's an error on the first baseman there as she lets it get away from her glove, and I don't know how much the wind is going to affect that, but La Rochelle gets on first. And that'll bring second in the batting rotation, designated player Maddie Churchill, number 5, batting right-handed. We're ready. She lays down a bunt, but it tips foul back to the backstop. And the count goes to 0-1. The wind is blowing right to left across the field, from right field to the third base line. It's blowing in, but across the field, and it's a pretty good velocity wind, too. There's another bunt. She lays it down. Throw to first, gets it, but that's a great sack bunt. She does it just like it's drawn up in the books. Maddie lays one down for the sacrifice bunt, but it moves Allie La Rochelle to second, and it puts Jessica Bryant, the pitcher for the Lady Cougars, up at the bat. And Jessica, the player of the game last week. Jessica's ready. Wind up. She chops it. Stop. It's foul ball. Just inches foul. It's trapped, glove trapped by the third baseman, but just outside the line. So the count goes to 0-1 for Jessie Bryant. Got a good crowd here for a blustery day like this. Sammy Main wearing a headband, black headband. Winds and delivers high fastball outside. Of course, Middletown in their black and orange, all black sleeves, jerseys, and pants with orange lettering. And the Cougars come in sleeveless with their blue pants and jersey. Fastball low. Ball 2. 2-1 the count to Bryant. 1 out. Top of the first. Runner on second. Here we go. Over the outstretched glove of the second baseman and into right field. Here comes the run. Slide in at first is safe. And they get the runner trying to extend at second. But the run scores on the sac fly by Jessie Bryant. They pick her off at second base. But she goes all the way around. And out at second. 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Michaela Persinger to the plate. Chop foul down the third baseline. Looks like the Cougars are ready for Sammy Main today. Had a lot of trouble last Monday, earlier in the week, with Lexi Windsor and her velocity. Late on all the swings, but they're getting on top of Sammy right now. But Sammy is a very good pitcher. She can work the strike zone. Fastball. Called strike. 0-2. The count to Persinger. Main takes her time, delivers. Chop foul to the backstop. The count remains at 0-2. It's a hurricane out here today. Here we go. Again, chop foul. Persinger stays alive in the inning. First inning, 2 outs. Cougars leading 1-0 on a sac fly by Jessica Bryant. Right up the middle, base hit. Persinger gets on first. Center fielder comes in, gloves it, and the relay back to the pitcher. And that'll bring Katie Sugars to bat. Katie, the hero of Monday's game when she slapped that one down the right field line for a base hit to score Bryant from second. Check that, not Sugars. It's Dinnerman up at bat. My fault. Dinnerman at bat right now. Sugars on deck. Dinnerman chops one back to the pitcher, picks it up, throw to first is in time, and that's the end of the inning. So at the end of a half an inning, we have 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error, and we'll step aside for a commercial break here at Middletown High School. We'll be right back.
MedOne Pharmacy is the largest locally owned and operated pharmacy in Frederick County. MedOne Pharmacy has 6 locations in Boonesboro, Brunswick, Emmitsburg, Middletown, Thurmont, and Woodbine to provide you with convenience, experience, service, tradition, and value. MedOne Pharmacy. Check out their website at MedOnePharmacy.com. That's MedOne Pharmacy.com. On Facebook, or for more information, call them at the location nearest you. MedOne Pharmacy. Stop by today.
All right, welcome back here. Jessica Bryant warming up on the mound here for the Lady Cougars. Let's get our batting order now here for Middletown. The top of the order, the catcher for Middletown, Kayla Pratt, will be batting first, followed by their best hitter and fielder, arguably maybe one of their best players on the team, Annie McLean. Annie is batting second, and batting third on deck, Sammy Main, the pitcher, number 10. So it's Pratt, McLean, and Main batting on deck and in the circle. And there's the throw down to second, and we are ready for the first batter for the Lady Knights. Comes to the plate. Kayla Pratt, batting right-handed. Cinches down her batting helmet, stretches her arms with her bat, knocks the dirt off her cleats, and now we've got a little bit of a quick conference between the pitcher and the catcher, and we're ready. Here we go. Pratt steps into the batter's box. Bryant, first pitch, called strike right over the plate. Bryant had 9 strikeouts on Monday against Walkersville. Wind up and delivery. Foul tip back to the backstop. Had the crowd blinking on that one. Strike 2. 0-2 the count to Pratt. Wind up and delivery. Fastball low. Ball 1. High pop-up back over the backstop and into the woods. Out of play. The count stands at 0-2. Cougars leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. No outs. Leadoff batter at the plate for the Lady Knights. Bryant winds and delivers. High, deep fly ball, and it blows out of play. It would have easily been foul anyway, but the wind got a hold of it, and it really went going. Well, that wind is really going to make a difference out here on this field today. Blowing right over the Middletown Valley. You can see right over to the South Mountain. It's coming right out of South Mountain at a fierce 20-25 knot clip. It settles down a little bit for a little bit, and you think, oh boy, and then all of a sudden it comes to, here we go. Counts at 1-2 now to Pratt. Pratt steps into the box. Bryant takes her time, winds, delivers. High fly ball. Again, way over, out of play. Pratt way out in front of that changeup by Bryant. If she straightens that out, that's gone. Pratt with an unusual habit as she steps to the plate. I'll explain it after her at bat. High fastball evens the count at 2-2. She takes her bat with one arm, and she whips it like a whip all the way around, rotates it all the way around, and slams it on the plate, and then steps into the box. Fastball outside. The count moves to full now. So Pratt stays alive with this at bat. This her 8th pitch from Bryant. High, foul, fast. It's way up high, and it's in play. They're going to be able to catch it. And she makes the catch on the run in foul territory. And they get Pratt for the first out of the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring Annie McLean to bat. McLean, batting right-handed, steps into the box. Carefully, she's moving the dirt around with her feet, then she touches the plate with her bat, and she's ready. Swing and a miss. Curveball outside by Bryant. Good movement on that curve. She lays down a bunt, and it rolls foul. That'll move the count to 0-2. McLean steps into the box. She's ready. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. So it looks like Bryan gets her first K of the game. And that'll bring pitcher Sammy Main to the plate, also batting right-handed. Sammy had a great game here on Monday. Takes a fastball low for ball one. Sammy batting in a crouch with an open stance. Right up the middle for a called strike. 1-1 the count with one out. Bottom of the first, Cougars lead it 1-0. Excuse me, it's 2 outs. I said 1 out, 2 outs. 2 outs. Foul tipped away. That'll move the count to 1-2. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Wind up and delivery. Chop to the shortstop. She can't get there. It goes into the outfield to center field. Throw to second holds up Main at first. So a base hit single for Sammy Main. That'll bring Megan Brown to the plate. Brown, the shortstop, takes the first pitch for a ball. 2 outs, runner on first. Bottom of the first inning. High fastball. Ball 2. That glove really popped on that one. Good velocity by Bryant. Chop foul and out of play. Two and one the count. 2 out. Runner on first. Cougars up 1-0. Bottom of the first. A one-hopper will take the count to 3-1 now. Bryant pitching all around that strike zone, keeping it away from Brown. Here it comes. Chop foul again. Three and two, full count now. The runner will go on this one. Deep, high, well hit into center field. The center field centers underneath it and makes the catch. About 15 feet shy of the fence for the last out of the inning. So a well-hit ball by Megan Brown. But that wind held it up a little bit, so at the end of one complete inning, no runs, one hit, no errors, the Lady Cougars come to bat leading 1-0. We'll be right back after this break.
If you own a business, you know that the workday doesn't begin and end with the hours posted on your door. Hi, this is Business Development Officer Steve Bennington, and at Frederick County Bank, we understand that too. That's why we make business banking easy and accessible, anytime, anywhere. From BuzzPoint Merchant Reward and Loyalty to online banking, remote deposit capture to business career service. Frederick County Bank, Frederick's true community bank, is open for business, anytime, anywhere. Contact me at 301-620-1400 or online at fcbmd.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to Middletown High School field here. Way out in the field behind the high school. Leadoff batter, the top of the second for the Lady Cougars, will be Katie Sugars, and she comes to the plate now. Katie batting left-handed. As I mentioned earlier, the hero of last Monday's game, as she smacked home Bryant, faces Sammy Main now, and Main winds up and delivers the fastball, strike, right on the outside edge of the strike zone. Beautiful pitch by Main. Fastball away, ball one. 1-1 the count to Sugars. Sugars batting .542 on the year. Fastball outside. Katie flinched. She wanted that one, but good eye. The count moves to 1-2 now. No outs, top of the second. Fastball. Ooh, that was close. 2-2 the count. The crowd oohed on that one. They thought that was a strike. 2-2 to Sugars. Chop foul into the woods over the Cougars dugout down third base line. The leadoff batter for the Cougars hangs in there with the count even at 2 apiece and no outs. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. So Maine gets her first K on the afternoon. Katie Sugars. And that'll bring Jenny Morris to the plate, the catcher for the Lady Cougars, batting right-handed. Morris steps into the box. Fastball. Called strike. Beautiful pitch. Great velocity. Shows you why Sammy Main is the number one pitcher in the county, both in games, in her record, and her ERA. 1.47. High, fly over the backstop and out of play. 1.47 ERA on the season for Sammy Main. That's unbelievable. 0-2. Morris behind in the count with one out. Base hit down. Oh, the third baseman made a fabulous play to glove it, slap it down, pick it up, and throw to first in time. Thought that one was going in between the third baseman and the shortstop, but she smacked the ball with her glove, not able to catch it, but knocked it down, picked it up, and rifled it to first. That'll bring up Lexi Ridenauer to the plate. Ridenauer takes a called strike. Fastball high outside, evens the count at 1-1. Cougars leading 1-0 here in the top of the second inning with two out. Fastball, foul tip off the mask of the umpire. He takes it off. The count will stand at 1-2. Maine walks back to the mound, pushes her headband back a little bit, and then steps onto the rubber. That unusually quick delivery by Sammy Main as she winds in quick delivery. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. So that's the end of the top of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Cougars go down in order, and that'll bring up the Middletown Knights batting next after this commercial break.
Hi, this is Dwayne with Dunray Plumbing and Heating. Dunray Plumbing and Heating, your local Lennox dealer, can help you stay perfectly comfortable this season and throughout the year. Call Dunray Plumbing and Heating at 301-696-8852 today for savings up to $2,000 on an efficient new home comfort system from Lennox. That's 301-696-8852. Get the best value with rebates from Dunray Plumbing and Heating, Lennox, and Potomac Edison. Dunray Plumbing and Heating, making plumbing, heating, and cooling affordable. Call 301-696-8852 today.
All right, welcome back. We're here for the first pitch by Bryant. Is a ball, one hopper to the plate. Ball two. Number 20, Emma West. The right fielder for the Knights. She shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and a called strike. Just trying to rattle Brian a little bit and get that one more ball on there, but now the count's 2-1. Chop foul down the right field baseline and out of play. Watt with an open stance, batting right-handed. Takes a roller again. Brian in the dirt on that one. The count moves to full.
Emma likes to sit way high up in the batter's box with her foot almost on the line of the front of the batter's box. Deep, well hit. It looks like nice catch. The right fielder just ripped over there like a gazelle and made the catch. One-handed snag on the run. That looked like a base hit all the way. Guess the wind might have held it up a hair, give her the time to get over there. But a deep fly ball out. The leadoff batter, West, and that'll bring up Shannon Harmon batting left. Takes a called strike on the first pitch to Harmon. Harmon, the first baseman for the Lady Knights. A one-hopper. Ball one. Cougars leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. A high infield pop-up to the second baseman, and she makes the easy catch. Dinnerman gets the out.
Number 27, Sydney Lamb.
That'll bring up number 27, Sydney Lamb, designated player, batting right. Sydney with a closed batting stance. Swing and a miss, high up in the box. 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Cougars. The count is 0-1 to Lamb. Fastball, called strike, right at the knees. 0-2. Bryant continues to work that strike zone. Change up outside, ball one. 1-2 the count to Lamb. Inside and low, ball two. The count evens at 2-2 with 2 outs in the second inning. I see nothing but 2s up on the board there. 2-2-2-2. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. So Jessica gets her second K of the game. And the Middletown Knights go 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, and no errors to end the inning here at Middletown. And that'll take us back around to the Lady Cougars coming to bat. Topper, Umbel, and back to La Rochelle at the top of the order. We'll be right back after a commercial message.
If you own a business, you know that the workday doesn't begin and end with the hours posted on your door. Hi, this is Business Development Officer Clark Briggs, and at Frederick County Bank, we understand that too. That's why we make business banking easy and accessible, anytime, anywhere. From BuzzPoints Merchant Reward and Loyalty to online banking, remote deposit capture to business courier service, Frederick County Bank, Frederick's true community bank, is open for business, anytime, anywhere. Contact me at 301-620-1400 and online at fcbmd.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to Middletown Field, where Courtney Topper is at bat. Courtney pulls the first pitch foul down the left field line and out of play. Courtney, grand slam homer last Saturday, player of the game against Oakdale. Courtney's seen Sammy Main before. These two young ladies have met several times over the past 3 years in their softball careers. Foul tip back out and out of play, straight over the backstop and into the woods. The count is 0-2 now. Cougars leading 1-0 here at the top of the third. No outs. Foul tipped. The
count stays at 0-2 as Topper keeps it alive. Fastball high and outside, ball one. I see the head of athletics for Frederick County is here. Kevin Kendrow just arrived. Have to get him on the headset in a little bit. Pulled foul down the third base line. Topper hanging in there. Sixth pitch now in this bat by Maine. Topper, the leadoff batter here in the top of the third for the Cougars, is ready. Oh, boy, she got a hold of that one, but it's foul. She pulled it foul. And I believe the ball almost hit Sheriff Chuck Jenkins. Count stands at 1-2 here. Oh, she tipped it foul. I'm not sure if she got a piece of it. Foul ball again. The Topper making Sammy Maine work here this afternoon. Sheriff Jenkins standing on the near the roadside, way down by the left field fence, by the scoreboard on the cell phone there. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. And Maine, boy, she earned that one the hard way. Now we go back to the top of the order. Little Allie La Rochelle with that sleeveless jersey and ponytail steps up to the plate, waggles that bat, and she's ready. High fastball. Ball one to Allie. One out. Top of the third, Cougars lead it 1-0. Tip foul. That'll move the count to 1-1. Taking her time, Maine ready. Winds, delivers. Inside. Ball two. 2-1 to count to La Rochelle with one out. Top of the third. Swing and a miss. Allie went after that one. That fastball had a little rise to it up over the bat, so the count's 2-2 now to La Rochelle. Strike three, struck her out swinging. So that's 4 Ks, 4 strikeouts for Sammy Maine so far in this game. 2 outs now. That'll bring Maddie Churchill to the plate. Infield playing in. Foul tip back to the backstop. 0-1 the count. Outfield playing somewhat shallow, I would call it. Especially in right field, very shallow. And straight away. The defensive set for the Knights. 2 outs, 0-1 to Churchill. Fouled off. There's a chance, and she makes the play just outside the right field line for the out. And so we've got 2 innings of 3 up and 3 down now. No runs, no hits, and no errors here at the top of the third. That'll move us to the Middletown Knights will come to bat. Leadoff batter for this inning will be Samantha Hockenberry. Middletown yet to work through their entire rotation yet. Still have 2 players to go in the rotation in their bottom of the third bat. As I mentioned earlier, the Middletown Knights beat Boonesboro last Monday, 11-3 in the Section 1 semifinals. Middletown, the number 1 seed in the Section 1 2A West, had a bye in the first opening round.
Number 1, Sammy Hockenberry.
So Hockenberry looking down to Coach Toms for her signal. She gets it, steps into the batter's box, and there's a high fly ball. And it's foul. Count goes to 0-1. Bryant winds and delivers. Again, trickled foul right in front of the Knights dugout. 0-2 the count to the leadoff batter in the bottom of the third. Cougars up 1-0 in this game. Change up high and outside. 1-2 the count to Hockenberry. Ball 2, low and away. Hockenberry, the center fielder for the Knights. Fastball inside. Crowd thought it was close. Umpire says ball, and that moves the count full at 3-2. Now they call for a ball change on that one. Bryant winds and delivers. Fastball, and she walked her. Ball 4. So Hockenberry gets on the base and balls.
Number 7, Taylor Green.
Chop foul, one-handed by Sugars, but it was in foul territory. 0-1 the count to Taylor Green, number 7. Second baseman for the Knights. She shows bunt. The ball gets away. The runner advances to second. A passed ball. And that bunt was way early, and it shook up Brian a little bit. Got past Morris. And she shows bunt again. And the runner advances to third. But the umpire sends her back to second. Runner on second. High foul ball, way up in the air and over the backstop and out of play. The count moves to 1-2 now. No outs, runner on second, bottom of the third. Correction, that's 1-1 on the count to Taylor. Back to the third base. She takes a look at second, holds the runner, and then throws to first. Nice defensive play by Katie Sugars as she held the runner at second with a good solid look, and then she rifled it to first base. And Taylor Green goes down on the ground out to first. That'll bring us back to the top of the order, the bottom of the third. Kayla Pratt batting. She shows bunt, pulls it back, and she gets a called strike. Kayla, in her last at bat, flew out to left field. Steps in. Whoa, beautiful play. Oh, Katie Sugars made a mistake on that one. That error is going to go to Sugars. She threw to second, and there was no force. The runner had advanced to third, and by throwing to second, the runner kept going to third and was safe. Mental mistake by Katie Sugars out there on that one. All she had to do was throw out to first again, check the runner, and throw out to first like she did the last time. But I think she anticipated the runner was going back to second, and the runner just broke. So runners on the corners now with one out, Middletown threatening. That'll bring Annie McLean, their best hitter, to the plate. Annie struck out in her first at bat in the bottom of the first.
Number 6, Annie McLean.
Here's the pitch. Strike one, called strike to McLean. So Hockenberry's on third. Pratt on first. One out, and McLean batting. Fastball right up the middle. Called strike two. Bryan out in front now of Hockenberry. Can work the count. One out, bottom of the third. Cougars lead it 1-0, but the Knights are threatening. Back to the pitcher. She picks it up, throws it home. The runner's out on the slide-in tag. Morris makes a beautiful play. Shot back to the pitcher, Bryant. She threw to home. No force out, so she had to make the tag, and she did. Great defensive play to keep the Knights off the board, but we still have now with 2 outs. We have runners at the corner. First pitch is a ball to Sammy Main. Strike one. Main goes after that one, and it was outside, a curveball. Runners on second and third now. The runner did advance on the throw to home to second. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1-2 to Maine with 2 outs. Runners on second and third in the bottom of the third inning. The Cougars on top, 1-0. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. So Jessica Bryant pitches herself out of trouble there in the bottom of the third. That'll take us to the top of the fourth inning. The leadoff batters in order for the Cougars, Bryant, Persinger, and Dinnerman. And we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Would you trust your electrician to fix your plumbing or your bricklayer to replace a window? Then why would you expect a department or box store to help you make decisions about your carpeting or flooring? Peterson Carpet and Flooring's experienced team takes pride in their ability to listen and understand your needs. We can integrate those needs into the latest flooring technology to give you a unique and innovative solution that's exactly right for you. Conveniently located right on the Golden Mile, come on in today.
Peterson's Carpet and Flooring will find a way to help.
All right, welcome back. As we expected, a pitching duel. 1, 2, 3 strikeouts for Jessica Bryan and 4 for Sammy Main here in this game so far. We're in the top of the 4th inning, and the Catoctin Cougars with that slim one-run lead, 1-0 in this game. That run on a base hit by Jessica Bryan to bring La Rochelle around. La Rochelle got on an error, and then Bryant knocked it out. And La Rochelle came home to score the first run of the game. Leadoff batter for the Cougars, Jessica Bryan. Jessica had a double, but she was thrown out at second. But not until the run scored, so we'll call that a sacrifice double. In her first at bat in the first inning. Main is ready. Pivots, turns, throws, high infield fly ball. The shortstop drifts back. Easy catch right at the grass. And the Knights get the first out of the inning here. That'll bring Michaela Persinger to the plate. Michaela grounded out to the second baseman, chops it to the shortstop, one hopper, throw to first in time, and Persinger goes down. On a grounder to third base. That'll bring Marley Dinnerman to the plate. Fastball inside, ball one. Top of the 4th, Cougars up 1-0 here with 2 out. Infield fly and out of play right into the dugout. Pop up in the infield, but it drifted over the fence and just into the dugout of the Lady Knights. 1-1 the count to Persinger. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Main takes her time. Fastball. Called strike. What a beautiful pitch that was. 1-2 to Persinger now. Chopped over this third base hit for a base hit. It drops in on the grass. That was sort of a handcuffed chopper, and it's just enough on it to get over the third baseman's head, and it dropped into the grass just past third base. 3-4 feet fair. And so Persinger gets her first base hit of the game. Excuse me, Dinnerman. That'll bring Sugars to the plate. Katie struck out in her first at bat in the second inning. She takes a strike one from Maine. 2 outs, runner on first. Fastball is fouled away into the woods. 0-2. Maine out in front of Sugars here. In this top of the 4th inning. Fastball outside. Ball 1 to Katie. The wind has died down considerably over the last 15, 20 minutes. Just a little bit of a breeze and some sunshine even peeking through too. Way outside, ball 2. The count evens up at 2 apiece. Much better weather conditions here, but I better keep my mouth shut. Maine winds and delivers. Base hit, oh, nice, what a rob play. A sliding on her knees, the left fielder makes the catch on what looked like a great hit. It looked like a line drive in the left field, and she robs Sugars of the base hit. Sliding on her knees, a 2-handed catch. So Sugars goes down on the line drive to left field. And at the end of 4.5 innings, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. And the Cougars still up 1-0 as the Knights come to bat. We'll step aside for a break and be right back.
Mountain Gate Restaurant has been a Thurmont tradition for over 25 years. Christian-owned and operated, Mountain Gate Restaurant has one of the finest home-style buffets in the area, with mouth-watering delicacies, desserts, and much more. Mountain Gate Restaurant is not just a place to eat. It is an experience. Down-home country cooking in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Just off Route 15 in Thurmont, look for the big sign that says Mountain Gate Family Restaurant.
All right, welcome back here. I'm having a moment of deja vu here. I remember this weather totally reminds me of the state championship at University of Maryland 3 years ago when the Catoctin Cougars played in a howling 30-mile-an-hour wind and about 45 degrees. What a terrible day that was. Lousy conditions to play softball. All right, the leadoff batter for Middletown, number 20. Hit to the shortstop. She picks it up, throws to first, number 23, Megan Brown. And Brown is out at first. Nice play by the shortstop for the Lady Cougars. Here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out. Emma West at the plate. High fastball. Gets away from Morris and goes to the backstop. Ball 1. Cougars leading 1-0 here in this low-scoring game. 1 hopper. Ball 2 in the dirt. Jessica Bryant ready. She delivers fastball high and outside. And the count goes to 3-0. So you can bet your dollars to donuts that Miss West will take this pitch. Fastball right up the middle, strike 1. Three and 1 to West. Another fastball right up the middle. Full count now. West flew out to right field in her first at bat in the 2nd inning. Is ready. This one to center field, straight away, easy out. Center fielder drifts in and makes the catch. So Emma West in her second at bat. Flies out to center field. 2 outs now. That'll bring Shannon Harmon to the plate. Fastball. Low, ball 1. Shannon grounded to second in her first at bat. Ball 2 outside. Bryant working around the batters. Chop to the shortstop, 2 hoppers. She gloves it, throws to first is high, and it goes over her head. So the runner advances to second, and that'll be a throwing error on the shortstop. And that'll bring Sydney Lamb, number 27, the designated player, to the plate with 2 outs and a runner in the tying run on second base. Fastball right up the middle for a called strike to Lamb. Lamb struck out in her first at bat. Strike 2, called strike right across the knees. Caught the inside edge of the strike zone. Oh and 2. High, deep, well hit into center field. She settles under it and makes the catch. And that's the end of the inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 error to end the bottom of the 4th inning, and the score stands at 1-0 Catoctin as we move to the top of the 5th. And in the rotation, coming to bat, Jenny Morris, Lexi Ridenauer on deck, and Courtney Topper in the hole. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hey, all you sports fans, I want to tell you about an exciting new restaurant, the Furnace Bar and Grill, located on Catoctin Furnace Road, south of Thurmont, near the zoo. You have got to stop by and check out their food. It is unbelievable. Their hand-tossed pizzas and furnace sandwiches are smoking hot. The Furnace Bar and Grill features flathead barbecue chicken, a furnace dog that puts a whole new meaning in the phrase hot dog, and a crab ball and cheese salad that makes Maryland proud. That's the Furnace Bar and Grill. Non-stop music, sports, TVs, karaoke, and more. The new fun place in Thurmont where everybody is going. Take the whole family.
All right, welcome back here. Middletown High School, where the Cougars in the Section 1 final against the Middletown Knights, the number 1 seed, Cougars number 2 seed, leading 1-0 in this game on the lone score of Allie Ridenauer in the first inning. Fastball tipped back to the backstop. Strike 1 now to the leadoff batter, Ginny Morris, the catcher for the Cougars. Again, fouled back over the backstop and out of play. The count moves to 0-2 to Morris. Ginny grounded out to third base in her last at bat. Got a timeout now as the catcher walks over to talk to Coach Toms. Not sure what the discussion is. The umpire dusts off the plate during that little bit of a break. Tom's out on the field discussing, not sure what they're discussing, but it may be an injury to the catcher. That's exactly what it is. It's an injury timeout. I think she's got her finger stung on the last pitch off the bat. Now we're ready. Time in. Morris in the plate. Fastball low. Ball 1 to Jenny Morris. No outs. Top of the 5th. Cougars leading 1-0. 1-2 to Morris. Oh, little chopper. It went off the end of the bat, and it almost died, but it went right into the glove of Sammy Main as she dove forward and made a great catch. That was a wounded duck. No other way to put it. 1 out now. That'll bring number 22, Lexi Ridenauer, to the plate. And she shows bunt and pulls the bat back. Lexi, number 1 in the county in batting with a .674 average. Showing bunt again now early. Pulls the bat back, swings away, and a miss. 1-1. The count to Lexi Ridenauer. Showing bunt again. Bat comes back. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Maine's velocity way out in front of the bat of Ridenauer. And now she doesn't do anything but put the bat back, straight back. High fastball, ball 2. Evens the count at 2 apiece with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Maine slaps the ball into her glove a few times, licks her fingers, and steps onto the rubber. Here comes the pitch. Gets away from her a little bit low and inside. The count moves to full now. So Ridenauer working the count against Maine. And we're ready. She steps in. Ball 4. Oh, she calls a strike on that. Low, it just nicked the inside corner. Delayed call by the umpire. So a strikeout to Lexi Ridenauer. That'll bring Courtney Topper, and she fouls the ball away in her first at bat. Topper with a strikeout in her first at bat. Pulled foul way high up in the air over the Cougars dugout and out of play. Maine gets ahead of Topper on the count again. 0-2 with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Cougars lead at 1-0. Topper having trouble getting in front of Maine at both her at-bats today. High infield pop-up off the tip of the glove of the third baseman, but out of play. Safe. 0-2, the count remains. Ball had a lot of backspin on it, kind of hard to judge. And third baseman didn't get it in the glove. It just tipped off the outside webbing of the glove and fell out. Topper stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck for the second time in a row here. 3 up and 3 down at the end of 5.5 innings. No runs, no hits, and no errors. The Cougars will head out to the field, and the Middletown Knights will come to bat. Batting Hockenberry, Green, and Pratt in the bottom of the 5th inning. And we'll be right back after a commercial break.
Roddy Creek Automotive has expanded its services. That's right. Roddy Creek Automotive is a full-service auto care center featuring auto repair, preventative maintenance, vehicle diagnostics, tire sales, front-end alignments, car detailing, and even car audio customizations. And now they have added a new service, certified pre-owned vehicles. Check out their great inventory of vehicles online at their website, roddycreekauto.com, to find the right car for you and your family, or stop by and see them at their location on Route 15 at Roddy Creek Road in Thurmont today.
All right, welcome back. Samantha Hockenberry at the plate. Sammy got on a walk, base on balls, in her first at bat in the third inning. Now back in the fifth. Chops it straight back to the pitcher, Bryant. Easy throw to first. And there's the first out of the inning on the first pitch of the inning to retire Hockenberry. That'll bring Taylor Green to the plate. Green grounded out to first in her last at bat. And now Bryan steps off the rubber and asks for a new ball. The umpire goes into his bag and pulls out one of those optic yellow official girls varsity softballs and throws it to pitcher Jessica Bryant. This is a pitcher's duel just like we expected. A one-hopper to the plate in the dirt. 1-0 the count. One out, bottom of the fifth. Taylor Green at bat. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Fastball low and inside, ball 2. 2-0 to Green. Fastball right down the middle, called strike. And once again, Green tried to razz her by showing bunt. But Bryant throws the ball in. 2-1 the count. In the dirt, 3-1. Bryant walks out of the circle, the pitcher's mound. Licks her fingers. And now she's ready. Steps back in, quick delivery. Fastball right up the middle, called strike 2. The count is now full at 3-2. So Taylor Green takes her the distance. And here comes the pitch. Called strike, got her looking, and struck her out. Taylor Green goes down. And that takes us back to the top of the order to Kayla Pratt. With 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth, Pratt got on first on an error in her last at bat. Chop foul. That was way inside. Pratt went after it and pulled it foul down the third baseline and into the fence by the dugout. Pratt takes her time, steps into the batter's box, does that funny little bat swing, slams it on the plate, and then she puts the bat on her shoulder. Here we go. Fastball. Outside. 1-1 with 2 out, the bottom of the fifth. Cougars leading 1-0. That one run, the first batter up in the first inning of this game. Swing and a miss. She went upstairs after that one. Took a little off at Bryan throwing a changeup upstairs. Gets out in front of Pratt. 1-2 on the count. And here we go. Pratt in the box. Infield playing in. Now we've got time called as Pratt steps out of the box. Outfield playing medium straight away. Time back in now. Pratt's in the box. Bryant winds, delivers. High pop-up out of play, way over, across and over the road into the woods. So Kayla Pratt stays alive. 1-2, the count. To Green with 2 out in the bottom of the fifth. Bryant looking in. Now she calls time again. And Bryant and Morris comes off the plate and runs out to Bryant halfway. I think they were having a little issue over the signals there. That was what was taking the time. And it was getting in Green's head, so she'd step out of the batter's box. Count is 1-2 now with 2 out to Green. And we're ready. Back in the box, playing tight up on the plate. Pulled foul. Green stays alive. Green is way tight in that batter's box, right on the plate, on the inside edge of that batter's box. Straightaway stance. Here we go. This one up in the air, and again, out of play, and almost hits the radio van. So Green, 3 consecutive fouls, stays alive. 1-2 is the count with 2 outs. Fastball high, gets past Morris. We finally moved to 2-2 in the count. And now the umpire comes out from his crouch, and he wants to dust off that plate again. Green is playing so tight on the plate that when she kicks, it throws dirt all over the plate. And then she hits the plate and throws up a dust cloud. She's got that little whip on her bat when she hits it. Here comes the pitch. Chopped straight to Sugars. One hops it, gloves it, throws to first. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The 5th inning is in the books. So at the end of 5, no hits, no runs, and no errors. And the Cougars will come to bat here, leading 1-0. The top of the 6th inning. Will be right back after this break.
It's the perfect time to stop in and visit the friendly team at Thermont's Napa Auto Parts. Warm weather is here to stay, and that means lots of driving with increased wear and tear on your vehicle. Thermont Napa is the place to get everything you need to prepare your car as Mother Nature turns up the heat. Your local source for everything to keep your vehicle on the road. Don't forget, they also have select lawn, garden, and marine supplies. Thermont Napa. They'll keep you running.
That's right, Thermont Napa. Check them out on Water Street today. Best parts in northern Frederick County. Great service, too. Tell them you heard about them right here on AM 1450, The Source. So we move now to the top of the 6th inning. Leadoff batter is going to be Allie La Rochelle, the top of the order for the Cougars. Got a little Leonard Skinner going here in the stadium. Equipment problem there for the catcher, and they get her all set. Now she comes out. A little delay in getting started here. Good crowd for a chilly, blustery day here at Middletown High School in Middletown Valley, the beautiful Middletown Valley. Looking back over at South Mountain here with the white steeples from the old village, historic village of Middletown nearby. All right, we're ready. There's the throw down to second. And time is in. La Rochelle comes to the plate now, batting right-handed. Allie struck out in her last at bat in the 3rd inning. And she comes to the plate in the 6th to lead off for the Cougars. Chop foul down the 3rd baseline. She takes a changeup and jumps on it.
0-1 to La Rochelle. Maine wipes her mouth on her jersey. Winds and delivers, fouled straight back into the backstop. 0-2, the count. Maine with great velocity on that pitch. Little bit upstairs on that, but Allie went after it. Swing and a miss, struck her out. Seventh strikeout of the game for Sammy Maine. That'll bring little Maddie Churchill to the plate. Maddie flew out to right field in her last at bat. A fly ball to right field in the top of the third inning. Takes a called strike for strike one. Foul, tips it away. 0-2 the count. One out, top of the fifth. Cougars leading it 1-0. The count is 1-1 to Maddie Churchill. High fastball outside, ball 2. Maine licks her fingers, steps up onto the rubber, looks in for the sign, and delivers. Fastball low and inside, ball 3. So Churchill ahead in the count 3-1, 3-1 with one out. Maine is ready. Ball 4. Churchill takes the walk. That's the first walk of the game for Maine. That'll bring Jessica Bryant to the plate. Ball 1 to Bryant. Jessica lined out to left field in her last at bat. One out, runner on first. Base hit right between the shortstop and the third baseman. She rifled it up the middle there, and Churchill goes in to second safe. So Bryant jumps on that pitch. And now we have one out with runners on first and second. And Michaela Persinger at bat. Michaela grounded out to third in her last at bat. Low and inside, ball 1. Now timeout as the catcher and the infielders walk to the mound for a conference. A little huddle there. Michaela walks down third baseline to talk to Coach Valentine. Valentine pats her on the top of the helmet and says, just meet the ball. Just meet the ball. We'll get out of here with a W. Here we go. Time in. Hit to the shortstop. She tags the runner out. Throw to first, not in time. Oh, they called it out at first. So they get the double play. A one-hopper to the shortstop, and she tags Churchill, as she runs by.
And Persinger hits into the double play. So at the end of 6.5 innings, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Cougars still leading 1-0, and Middletown comes to bat after this commercial message.
Do you remember hearing about an incredible event at the Frederick Fairgrounds over the past several summers? There were free groceries and haircuts and shoes and music and fun, and anyone was welcome. That was Convoy of Hope. And now that the seeds were planted, Convoy of Hope has become Planting Hope 2015. On Saturday, May the 30th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Frederick Fairgrounds, thousands of volunteers, friends, and neighbors will come together in a simple act of love and community to give you a helping hand. The event is free, and all that we need is you. Come on down to the fairgrounds, bring your family, tell all your friends, and find out what is so special about this home we call Frederick. Free groceries, haircuts, family photo portraits, medical and dental checkups, breast cancer screenings, shoes, free lunch, and more. That's Planting Hope 2015, Saturday, May the 30th. Doors open at 10 a.m. We hope to see you there.
I just wanna be okay today.
Check it out. It's going to be a great event, expecting thousands and thousands of people at the Frederick Fairgrounds for this event. All right, we're ready. The leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 6th, Annie McLean. Annie hits a high fly ball out of play, and the ball drops, and she goes in. This unbelievable. The shortstop runs behind Sugars, the third baseman, loses the ball in the air, and it pops off the end of her glove just inside fair territory. And that's an error to the shortstop, her second one of the game. So McLean gets on to second base on an error, and she is in. The tying run is now on second. The go-ahead run at the plate, and Sammy Main takes a strike one. She shows bunt. It tips it away. The count moves to 0-2. Maine steps out of the box, calls time, takes a few practice cuts. Now she's back in. No outs, runner on second, 0-2 to Maine. Foul ball. Maine stays alive as she fouls the second one in a row away. McLean on second. Bottom of the 6th. Cougars lead it 1-0. And now we've got a balk, I believe. Yes. We've got a balk on Bryant, and that moves the runner down to third. And definitely threatening now on third. Sacrifice scores the run. Here comes the pitch. High fly ball into foul territory behind the dugout. Boy, that wind is really moving those balls out here. That one looked fair all the way, and then all of a sudden it got up above 20 feet and went woof, foul. 0-2, Maine hangs in there. No outs. Runner on third. Bottom of the 6th. High fastball. Ball one. Here we go. Bryant's ready. Fouled away again. The count stands. Maine working her nemesis, Bryant, pitcher-to-pitcher duel here. She steps into the box. Open stance, batting right-handed. Fastball. Ball 3. Count goes full at 3-2. That pitch was very close. Fouled straight away. And into the tent. And the radio guy makes the catch. Here we go. Chop foul just up against the fence. Cougars not able to get there in time. 6 consecutive fouls for Sammy Main. Full count, no outs, runner on third. Bottom of the 6th. Main steps in. Here we go. Off the tip of the glove, throw to first is in time. No! She misses the ball. Easy catch. And another error on the Cougars, and the run scores. And this game is knotted up at 1 apiece. So back-to-back errors in the same inning by the Lady Cougars allow Middletown on the board.
Number 23, Megan Brown.
That'll bring Megan Brown to the plate. Megan grounded out to first in her last at bat. Runner on first, no outs. She shows bunt, lays one down, but it trickles foul down the first base line. Go ahead run on first for the Knights in this inning. Goes after the bunt again, called strike. 0-2 now to Brown. Coach Tom shouting in his instructions to his batter. Here we go. She chops one straight out to center field, drops in for a base hit, and the runner advances to second. So a single to keep this rally alive for Middletown. Brown gets on first, and Maine advances to second. No outs. The go-ahead run is now on second, and Emma West at the plate. She shows bunt and foul, tips it away back to the dugout. Trying to move those runners forward on the bunt. Coach Charlie gives her the signal. And we're ready. Umpire needs a couple more yellow balls. He's got them now. Open stance. She shows bunt. Chops it again, foul. 0-2 to West. Watt, excuse me, Emma Watt. Can't read my own handwriting. This bunt goes down. She picks it up, throws to first. Safe at first. And Middletown loads up the bases on a beautiful bunt. With 2 strikes, Watt bunts. Who does that? 2-strike bunt. And she gets a base hit. To load the bases with no outs. So the go-ahead run is on third base now. And the left-handed batter, Shannon Harmon, is at the plate. Chopped up in the infield. Oh, my goodness gracious. Katie Sugars had a play on it, and she ran into the coach of the Middletown Knights. Wasn't able to catch the ball. And it falls incomplete foul. And the count's 0-1 now. One hopper to the plate. 1-1 the count. No outs. Bases loaded. Harmon at the plate. Harmon got the second on an error in her last at bat. Foul tip back to the screen. 1-2 now to Harmon. Cougars with 4 errors in this game so far. Fastball outside, ball 2, evens the count at 2 apiece. 1-1 the score in the bottom of the sixth, but Middletown threatening. Deep, well hit in the center field. It goes to the fence. 1 run scores, 2 run scores, 3 runs score, and a stand-up double scores 3 runs. And Middletown jumps ahead 4-1 over the Cougars on a double, stand-up double to the fence by Shannon Harmon. And the crowd celebrates because that could be it. With only 1 more at bat for the Cougars and still no outs. Runner on second. It doesn't look good. Called strike fastball. Sydney Lamb at bat. Tip back to the screen. 1-2 the count to Lamb. Fastball outside. Evens the count at 2. Chop foul. The count stays at 2-2. Swing and a miss. And she struck her out. And the Cougars definitely needed that K. That'll bring up Samantha Hockenberry. Samantha grounded out to the pitcher in her last at bat. Fouls one straight back. And then over the screen into the crowd. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. Knights leading 4-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to Hawk. That's what they call her here. I heard them go, Hawk, go. Samantha Hockenberry. Center fielder for the Knights. Takes a ball. 1-2 the count. Runners on second. Swing, and she got a little tip, so it's foul. I thought it went by her, but she foul tipped it off the glove of the catcher and stays alive. A one-hopper in the dirt takes the count to 2-2. And Bryant is struggling. Tip foul again. She loses the bat this time. It goes up the third baseline about 3 feet, and she has to go retrieve it. 2-2, the count to Hockenberry. Fastball inside, full count. I've noticed that Bryant has increased her delivery. As she gets more and more behind, she goes faster and faster. And she throws it up high over the head, and the runner advances to third on the steal, and the other runner steals second. So on a pass ball,
Number 7, Taylor.
2 runners steal. And we've got runners on second and third now with 1 out. And Taylor Green at the plate. Foul tip back to the screen. 1-1 to Green. Timeout on the field. Pop foul and out of play. 1-2 the count now with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Middletown threatening to pad that 3-run lead with runners on second and third. Green at bat. Chop back to the pitcher. She loses the ball, throws to first, gets the out. Cougars look a little rattled right now. Bryant had an easy catch, and it went off the heel of her glove as she misjudged where the ball was headed because she was worried about the runner at third more than anything. So deep, well hit to left field. The left fielder drips under it, makes the catch, and the end of the inning is finally over on 4 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. The Middletown Knights leading the Catoctin Cougars 4-1, and the Cougars will come to the plate for their last at-bat, possibly of the season, unless they can put 3 on the board. We will see. We'll step aside for a break and be right back after this message.
Baseball season is right around the corner, so act now by purchasing a 2015 Frederick Keys Reserve Seat Flex Pack. All Flex Packs come with 10 undated vouchers for just $90 and your choice of a Zach Britton or Kevin Gausman bobblehead. So come see the Keys all season long on your schedule. For more information about Keys ticket plans, contact a representative at 301-815-9900. Frederick Keys Baseball, shake your keys.
All right, welcome back. We are here at Catoctin, as Catoctin comes to the plate here at Middletown Field. And the crowd is all over me. So the Cougars season on the line here. Leadoff batter. Number 13, Marley Dinnerman. Marley had a single in her last at bat in the 4th inning. Sammy Main pitching with great velocity, getting stronger as the game goes on. With, check this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 strikeouts on the day. Dinnerman steps into the batter's box, and she's ready. Here we go. Handcuff, chop, foul. Just off the inside of the bat. 0-1 to Dinnerman. Top of the 7th. Knights 4-1 on that 6th inning rally. 3 runs on 4 hits. And 2 errors really is what kept the inning alive. For Middletown. But some good bats. Their bats came alive in that 6th inning, and they were able to lay down some nice hits, especially that double to the fence that scored 3 runs. 1-2 the count to Dinnerman now. No outs. Top of the 7th. Marley's ready. Deep, well hit into right field. She settles under it and makes the catch. So the leadoff batter flies out to right field. And that'll bring Katie Sugars to the plate. Katie flew out to left in her last at bat. Handcuffed again, she takes it inside off the inside skinny part of the bat and fouls it away to the Cougars' dugout fence. 0-1 with 1 out to Sugars. Top of the 7th, Cougars down by 3. Called strike. 0-2 now to Sugars. Middletown dugout is all up at the fence now. They can feel it. Chop foul. Down the third base line, Sugars stays alive. Left-handed batter, they're all chopping foul because of the velocity of Maine's pitch. The batters are all behind her on the swing. Here we go. To the shortstop, she knocks it down, picks it up, throw to first. And they get her just in time. Second out of the inning. So Sugars grounds out the third for the second time in this game. Two out. Jenny Morris is at the plate, trying to keep it alive. Pop-up falls. Foul ball. It has a lot of spin in it. It only went about 5 feet in front of the plate, but it was about 10 feet in the air, and it was right in between the pitcher and the catcher. Both of them had a play on the ball, but neither one could get there. And when it hit the ground, that backspin that was on it caused it to jerk out of bounds there. It went right over foul territory, so it's 0-1 now to Morris. 2 out. She takes a look at it, check swing, and it's a called strike. The crowd is up now. They can smell it. 0-2 to Morris with 2 outs. Base hit into right field. Morris gets a 1-bagger as she keeps it alive. Clutch hit by Jenny Morris. That'll bring Marley Dinnerman to Lexi Ridenauer, the leading batter in the county, with a .674 batting average to the plate. 2 outs, runner on first. Called strike to Ridenauer. 1-1 the count. 4-1 Middletown on top. The whole season on the line here for the Cougars in the top of the 7th. Fastball just inside. 2-1. Ridenauer in the batter's box now. Runner on first. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Ridenauer way behind on that swing. The velocity of Maine is fabulous. Chop back to the pitcher. She catches it. Underhand toss to first. And that's it. The game is over. The Middletown Knights have defeated the Catoctin Lady Cougars 4-1 here, and they will advance to face either Liberty or Century in the 2A West final on Friday. What a great season for these Catoctin Lady Cougars. An even better one for the Middletown Knights, as Middletown goes to 17-1 on the year now, and Catoctin's season ends here on a cold, blustery day in Middletown High School. We'll step aside for a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll give you our post-game wrap-up